a method for solving for an unknown. First, remember what an unknown is. An unknown, we're sometimes tempted to say a variable, but there's a difference. An unknown can only have one possible value. For example, 5 plus x equals 11. X can only be one thing. X will always be 6 in this problem. Now, it doesn't have to be an X. It could be any symbol. You could draw a heart. Well, maybe I can't draw a heart, but I can draw a heart and say that a heart equals 6. It could be a different letter. I'm gonna put an R. Could be an R. Then R could equal 6. An unknown can be whatever you want it to be. Heart, R, X, anything. Now, recall that an unknown has only one possible value. Hi friends, today we're going to talk about reverse PEMDAS or SADMEP. Remember that PEMDAS is parentheses, exponents, multiplication or division, addition, and subtraction. So, reverse PEMDAS is the same thing, but backwards. Subtraction or addition, division or multiplication, exponents, and parentheses. SADMEP. Now, yesterday, recall that we talked about opposites. The opposite of addition would be subtraction. The opposite of multiplication would be division. An algebraic equation is like a scale. Right now it's balanced, and it's true. There's only one potential answer for x, and we can figure it out. Now, whatever I change on one side of the equation, I have to change on the other. Algebraic equation, like a scale. Right now there's nothing on my pan balance, it's called a pan balance, and it's level. Level means nice and straight. Now, whatever I do to one side, not balanced. I need to do the same to the other side to keep it balanced. See? If I take one out, I need to take the other one out too. In order to balance this equation, I want to get x by itself. Right now, 5 plus 5, positive 5, is attached to the x. The inverse of addition is subtraction. So I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides of the equation. That means I'm taking away 5 from this side, and then I'm going to take away 5 from this side. Whatever I do to this side, I must do the same to this side. 5 take away 5 equals 0. So I'm just going to cross it out. X plus 0 is the same as saying x. Bring down my equal sign. 15 take away 5 is 10. X equals 10. Now, what if we have more than one operation in the same problem? Two parentheses, x plus 3 equals 16. This this is when we need to use SADMEP to help us. Subtraction and addition, multiplication and division, exponents and parentheses. So, we're going to go through SADMEP to see what order to solve in. The first thing I'm going to look for is subtraction. There's no subtraction. The next thing I'm going to look for is addition. I see addition. But wait, it's in parentheses, so I can't do it just yet. The next thing I'm going to look for is multiplication. I have some multiplication. When a number is outside of parentheses, such as this, that represents multiplication. Remember that 2 in parentheses times 3 in parentheses is the same thing as saying 2 times 3 or 2 times 3. We can write it a few different ways. All of them mean the same thing. So I have my multiplication right here. Okay, I want to undo multiplication. So I have to think about the inverse. The inverse of multiplication is division. So I'm going to draw my line down my equal sign to remind me to balance my scale. So the inverse of multiplication is division. I'm going to divide by 2. Then I'm going to divide by 2. Whatever I do on one side, I do on the other side. If you don't remember why we write it like this, look at the other video about representing division in different ways. Now, to keep track of my work, I always draw a line after each step. 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. 1 times anything is just itself, so I can cancel them out. That's what I mean when I say cancel. Then, I'm going to write down whatever is left on that side of the equation, x plus 3 in parentheses, equals 16 divided by 2, that's 8. Now, I did my multiplication. Is there division? Nope. Are there exponents? Nope. Oh, there's parentheses. Okay. When you have parentheses, use SADMEP within the parentheses. Right now, there's only one operation in the parentheses, it's addition. But if I had more operations in the parentheses, we'd need to use SADMEP to go through it. So using SADMEP within the parentheses, okay, I'm going to look for subtraction. Nope. Addition. Yep. So I'm going to do the inverse of addition. The inverse of addition is subtraction. I'm going to take away 3. Whatever I do to one side of the equation, I must do the same to the other side. So I'm going to write that a little neater. Take away 3. I like to draw my line to keep myself organized. 3 take away 3 is 0. 0 plus anything is just itself. 8 take away 3 is 5. So x equals 5. Now I want to do an example where it's a little bit more complicated. There's quite a few operations in here. So I'm going to write SADMEP on the side just to remind me what order to follow. Subtraction and addition, division and multiplication, exponents and parentheses. And remember, I write it like this. It's like a descending tower because subtraction and addition go together and division and multiplication go together in either order from left to right. So the first thing I'm going to look for is subtraction. Is there any subtraction here? Nope. Is there addition? Yes. Addition here and here. Notice that this addition is enclosed within the parentheses. I'm going to leave that till I go to parentheses later on. So right now the addition I'm looking at is the plus 25. So I'm going to draw my line down the equal side to keep my scale balanced. I'm going to subtract, because subtraction is the inverse of addition. 25 from this side, and whatever I do to this side, I must also do to this side. Okay, 25 minus 25 is 0. That cancels out. 225 minus 25 is 200. I'm going to then write the remaining parts of my problem. 4, parentheses, x squared, that means times, plus 1, close parentheses, equals 200. Okay, I've done my addition. Now I'm going to look for division. I don't see any division here, so I'm going to get rid of that. I've done it. Is there any multiplication? Yes. Remember, 4 outside of parentheses means multiplication. So I have to think about the inverse of multiplication to undo this multiplication. The inverse of multiplication is division. I'm going to divide by 4. 4 divided by 4, or 4 over 4, is equal to 1. Since it's equivalent to 1, it cancels out because 1 times anything is just itself. We don't need to write the 1. We can simplify it by just canceling it out. If I divide it by 4 on this side, I must also divide by 4. Now, some of you might be tempted to very quickly go and grab a calculator for this. I guarantee you can do it in your head. Now, do you know what 20 divided by 4 is? You can also say 4 times what gives you 20. I'm effectively ignoring that 0. Give you a second to think. It's 5. So if 20 divided by 4 is 5, 200 divided by 4 is a 10th place greater, is 50. Okay? Now, I'm going to write down whatever is remaining on this side of my problem. I'm going to continue drawing my line down my equal sign to just remind myself I gotta keep it balanced on both sides. Okay? Now, I've done my multiplication. Now I'm going to look for exponents. There's an exponent, but it's within the parentheses. All right, I'll leave that till I get the parentheses. Okay, I'm at parentheses. Now, once you get to the parentheses, you need to use SADMEP within the parentheses. That's subtraction, addition, division, multiplication, exponents, and parentheses. So I've gotten to parentheses, and now that I'm here, I have to use SADMEP all over again because parentheses are almost like a self-contained problem within a problem. Okay? So I'm gonna look. Is there subtraction? Nope. Is there addition? Yes. The inverse of addition is subtraction. Take away 1. That's kind of a 1. Take away 1. And I get x squared, because 1 take away 1 is 0, equals 50 take away 1 is 49. Okay, I've done my addition. Is there division? Nope. Multiplication? Nope. Exponents. Okay. Now, let's see if you remember what the inverse of an exponent is. It's a square root. So, I'm going to take the square root of x squared, and I'm going to take the square root of 49. Square root and squared cancels out, and I'm left with x equals, if you're unsure what the square root of 49 is, think to yourself, what times itself gives me 49? The square root of 49 is 7. And if you need help with square roots or exponents, you should check the video on square roots and exponents. So x equals 7.